Welcome to day 169 of the New Way. I'll read Luke 12:13 through 15. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbitrator between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. Which is more important to you, earthly riches or spiritual riches? Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. When our son was about 16, his high school church group went on a mission trip to Mexico. The things that Jeremy talked about the most when he returned were, first of all, the people's amazing joy in spite of terrible living conditions and abject poverty. And number two, their amazing trust in God to provide for them, even in sickness when there was no doctor for miles around. We have learned through the years that God truly supplies all that we need, and we don't have to worry and fret about money. When God says give, we give. I remember helping one family at a time when we had very little. For about 10 years, we sent them money to live on and made some cuts in our own spending, yet God met every single need and surprised us with bonuses at work and skyrocketing stock prices. In fact, the stock market went so high that we were able to pay off our home mortgage in only 7 years. God is more interested in your heart than your finances. But if you will let your heart be more interested in God and being obedient to Him, He will bless your finances. Pretty good financial plan, if you ask me. Then Jesus tells them a parable. I'll read Luke 12:16 through 21. And he told them this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy. Eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God." What does it mean to be rich toward God? When you focus on physical things, you may forget the most important thing in life. If you are empty on the inside, you are not rich toward God. And if you are empty, you have not prepared for your eternity. In His service, Dale.